core industry, as the source of regional economic wealth, is often considered to be the essence of population growth. Stable job availability enables the economically active member to move their family and make a permanent settlement. This family migration is the rudimentary mechanism for a city to grow its population. The importance of these regional core industries can cause an unbalanced relationship between municipalities and the corporate decision makers of these core industries' relocation. While regions with strong locational attractiveness or pre-existing advantages will have easy time finding corporations to settle, cities with weak compromising power will be inclined to make concessions to draw industries into their economy. These concessions include cities increasing tax incentives, changing zoning plans accordingly to the industry's preference, and even directly or indirectly pushing residents out of their home. As a result, I argue that hasty industrialization can cause damage in the urban economy. So why do authorities keep making these mistakes? One structural problem lies in the nature of the hasty decision-making process by municipal authority under the pressure of competition. When there are multiple cities competing to make the deal with a single corporation, municipal authorities, who often have limited term to run the office, undergo huge pressure to win the deal at any cost. This often causes a cutthroat competition with concessions at the expense of sacrificing a certain demographic. This cutthroat competition can happen in the local, national, and even the global level. The second structural problem is that dominant investment of urban resource to certain core industries encourage an exodus of the non-beneficiary demographic. People who don't work in the core industry sector will be forced to bear with negative externalities such as air or noise pollution. This weakens the structural integrity of the economy by skewing the population and thus making the local economy to be dangerously dependent on a few core industries. Ulsan is the industrial heart of South Korea. Nearly 20% of the nation's manufacturing happens here. 55% of the city's regional gross production is dominated by electronic parts assembly, automobile assembly, and shipbuilding. Half of these local core industries are owned by major corporations such as Hyundai Motors, Hyundai Heavy Industry, and Samsung SDI, which is Samsung Electronics' manufacturing branch. The rest of the industry's smaller companies are outsourcers or business partners for Hyundai and Samsung. Thus, the two corporate giants have tremendous influence in the city. Being the backbone of not only Ulsan, but also Korea's economy, the industrial sector has been playing with a strong compromising power in Ulsan. Hyundai's vehicle manufacturing and shipbuilding facilities take a huge part of the city's shore to the ocean. Oil refinery rigs and electronic chipset factories are also located near the shore. This is to make the export via ship more convenient. Ulsan has sacrificed most of its shores for the industry's use. As a result, Ulsan has a very few beaches for locals and tourists to enjoy, despite being located in one of the best climatic zones for summer vacations. Ulsan is most densely populated in the shore area, which forces residents to live near heavy industry plants, causing unavoidable noise, air, and visual pollution. More and more people in Ulsan are perceiving the city as a less attractive environment to live and raise kids. Many leave for Seoul or more livable adjacent cities such as Busan or Daegu. Ulsan is showing a population drop since 2015. This is meaningful as the number of single-person households has drastically increased. The skewed gender ratio clearly shows more males live in the city. This suggests that while single male industrial workers are moving into Ulsan for work, students, female, and retired citizens are moving out of the city. Ulsan, to many of its demographics, is just not the most attractive city to spend one's life in it, especially when the second biggest city of Korea, Busan, is only 25 minutes train ride away. Ulsan also shows a seriously skewed industrial portfolio. In the case of Ulsan's manufacturing industry, it takes 1.93 location quotient. This means that Ulsan's manufacturing industry takes almost twice of the national manufacturing proportion in added value. In other words, Ulsan is nearly 2 times more dependent on manufacturing compared to the national average. On the other hand, all of Ulsan's other industries such as retail, lodging, restaurants, education service shows zero point 0.5 LQ or lower. This shows a serious skew toward the manufacturing and serious lack of all the other industries. This data proves why citizens of Ulsan feels that they lack a balanced lifestyle. Throughout this video essay, I have shown how hasty investment in few core industries can weaken the local economy and eventually cause its citizens to abandon its city. Municipal authorities, economists, and urban planners must carefully plan out what industries and to what extent it will truly benefit the city in the long run. I hope cities like Ulsan will soon readjust its long-range industrial investment plans and enable a more balanced lifestyle for its citizens.